Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. In the context, we are going to visit today Warangal Ramappa Temple. Ramappa Temple of Warangal by itself is a big chapter. There are so many unique things in it you will not find anywhere, not only in other temples but nowhere in the world. So if we have to go in detail of each and every fact of it, we have to go for multiple videos detailing it in a very specific ways. I have to give you a audio visual demonstration. I have to photograph it, I have to videograph it, and I have to give you what is hidden message behind it. So let's get going, but without disclaiming and acknowledging. I acknowledge with thanks from whom I have got information. They are the local guides, local people, local boards, as well as literature and many videos which I have watched. I acknowledge with thanks all of them, and I clearly mention all the material, all the photographs, all the videos shown in this are my own. I have gone myself and taken them. With this brief, let's get going to the Ramappa temple. How you will reach there? You will first go to Hyderabad, then you will go to Warangal, and for Warangal it's very near. So it's Warangal, near Warangal, you have to go to Ramappa temple. It is open, which I am going to tell you at what time. This is also called Rudreshwara temple. Now you will be wondering why the name of the engineer, architect, sculpture is given to the temple instead of a deity or the king who has done it. It is actually a Shiva temple. That's why people call it as Rudreshwar also. And it was constructed by the king Ganapati Deva of Kakatiyas. So he has not given his name. He has given the name of engineer because he was so happy to look the results. Now Kakatiya style Hindu temples dedicate to the Hindu god Shiva located in Palampet village, Mulugu district, Telangana, India. It is 15 kilometers from Mulugu, 66 kilometers from Warangal and 209 kilometers from Hyderabad. Easy to reach Hyderabad. From Hyderabad you can reach here. An inscription, I am going to show you, an inscription in the temple says it was constructed in the year 1213 by Recharya Rudra. So it is name of the general of Kakatiya ruler. Ruler was Ganapati Deva. The location in the vicinity of Ramappa lake. Always we find Hindu temple adjacent to the water reservoir. So as this, there is a Ramappa lake near and it is on the side of it. The temple consists of three substructures. So three temples, they were constructed between 1212 to 1234. So around same time they were constructed, designated an architect by Ramappa, after whom the temple is named. Then Marco Polo, he was an Italian traveler who has traveled all over the world, also traveled in India at a lot of places, and he has described this as the brightest star in the galaxy of temples. So that is really rewarding that even the foreigner, even the person who is going to see the world has appreciated it. Now we have to know the main structure in Rudreshwar is by the red, or you can call them as reddish sandstones, but the columns and some of the structures are with different material. Now you will find the shikhara is made up of the special type of bricks which float on the water. So also you will find the pillars which are carved on a black granite. There are carved mythical animals, then female dancers, musicians, and the masterpiece of Kakatiya art is the spatial architecture, spatial bricks which floats on the water, and many more which we are going to enumerate very shortly. On 25th of July 2021, this was declared as UNESCO Heritage Site, which means it is not only important for the world, but it should be reserved by us It is a treasure for the world. It is for us also and for world also. The roof or the roof of the Garbhagriha of the temple is built with the bricks I told you, which can float on the water. This is another miracle. Now let's go ahead. There are two small Shiva shrines on either side of the main temple. The enormous Nandi within, facing the shrine of the Shiva, remains in good condition. It is not destroyed. The temple remained intact even after repeated wars, plundering and destructing by the invaders. So also there were many natural disasters. But in spite of that, the temple is standing. We are going to see the speciality. Why, in spite of big earthquake of 7 Richters, in spite of that, how it has withstand. There was a major earthquake in the 17th century, after which also the temple has sunk because of this sandbox technology, but it has not collapsed. So there is something wonderful which we are going to see when we are going to see in detail the pillars. Many of the smaller structures were neglected and they are ruined now, and the Archaeological Survey of India has taken charge of it, and it is well maintained. The main entrance gate in the wall, in the outer wall of the temple is ruined, and what we see today is made by the archaeology department. There are 2 small shrines. There are Shiva shrines on the either side of main temple. The enormous Nandi you will also find. Then you will see the Ramakrishna, that is revived Perini Shiva Tandavam, that is a part of Tandavam, Shiva Tandavam, that is Perini dance also called. It was taken from the sculptures in this temple, and you can see them when we are going to see them, the temple. Then in spite of natural and in spite of many invaders, the temple is not ruined because of the technology. One thing is sand, and second is sandbox, and second is the interlocking technology by which it becomes very stable. Now what are the things which we are going to see in this temple? We are going to appreciate sandbox technique, that is for the erection of pillars, and that's why they can sunk but they will not collapse. Then wonderful carvings. Then there is a small hole you can appreciate, you cannot thread. However, a thin wire can go through it. Our guide has demonstrated it, and you can see it in our videos. Thin wire can go in it, and there are finely carved, which sometimes people call this as lead curve. They are not actually lead curved or lead turned, but they are actually chiseled with chisel and hammer. In spite of that, the finery was so good that they look as though they have used high technologies like lathe machines at that time, when it was not there, they are not existing, but it is the imagination, because we can see that they are so finely carved. Then we can see the nice carvings. Then tree with multiple musical notes. You will find here Sri Krishna with a barsari, and if you hit this tree, it will create multiple musical tone. There was a sports at that time of like a wrestling, and you can appreciate it here. There was even a panch or umpire you can see appreciating, and the game was conducted for a public entertainment. The ceiling shows Nataraja and Ashtadikpalas. The ceiling has got a sunk in between, on which they are carved Nataraja, that is dancing Shiva, along with outside frames they show Ashtadikpalas. There's polished sculptures of female with effect of light. Now what is the effect of light? Look at the photograph I shown you, the photograph taken by me of the small shrub. You can see the effect of light on it. Certain areas are illuminated, certain areas are black, and there are shades of it. Exactly similar you will find in the sculptures when you see them, even in any time of the day. Not that necessarily it should be in particular time of the day, but you will find same effect. Certain part will be shining and certain part will be dark. How they have made it, they only knows. then you can appreciate a swelling over ankle, and a footwear, when a ankle is pulled up, the footwear will drop down, and that also they have shown it so beautifully. That is the separation of a footwear from the heel on lifting the leg. Then you can see elephants as the entrance, they welcome you, as well as there are dwar palikas at entrance and exit. The one who has the entrance will welcome you, the one who has exit will give you a prasadam, that is banana in her hand. Now how you have to follow? I told you row of elephant. Look at here, you have to follow row of elephant, they will give you a traffic signs. And look at this, the floor has been pulled up or buckled, that is because of the pillars are sunk because of earthquake. Here you can appreciate it better. More than 13 inches are sunk. Can you imagine? But in spite of that, there are just minor damages, minor cracks. However, more or less, it's in excellent condition. Look at this square made into multiple like hexagonals, made into the squares and made into the circles. Now same how they have managed, how they have created is a wonderful. Here you will appreciate not only the designs of pillars, but also you will appreciate that they are made up of two type of stones. One is a black granite and second is soapstone or red stone. So both will be appreciated. Third is the ventilation of temple. It is so well ventilated, there are so good reflections that every corner of the temple will be illuminated. It's a beautifully managed air and light in the temple so that everything will get illuminated equally, nicely, beautifully. There are places for people to sit during the rituals or when they have to wait for their cues. But you have to follow the traffic rule led by the elephants. They will tell you how to go, in which way to go, how to take a pradakshana, that is circumambulatory path. Everything will be guided by the elephants. Now look at this pillars. You can see 13 centimeter they are sunk. Similar techniques they are using nowadays in many modern temples like Ram Mandir of Ayodhya. They are used same technique, that is sandbox. Here what they make is they make a square in this particular way. It was by the stones. They fill it with the sand and then they erect pillar in it. So the pillar will sink. If it is rigid, it will break. If it is rigid, it will bend. But here it will sunk as such, and that is exactly they have demonstrated that in spite of 700 years, everything is in intact shape. Now you will see the beautiful carvings. Here the different instruments people are playing, dances. Then there is specific way in which the dances are developed, and the style is well taken up in the dancing science. Now here also you can see same. Look at the beauty of it. Now here you can see outside they are trying to construct a Sabha Mandapam. That is actually they are going to use same sandbox technology. So the sand also you can see there, they are collected and kept. It is because of the earthquake damage, but still the temple is intact, though lot of pillars have sunk. So that's the beauty of it. Row of elephant again telling you how to keep a traffic rule. You have to follow that. What they say, there are around 600 elephants or more than that, but none of the elephants are similar to each other. So every elephant has got some or the other difference than that of the other elephant. Great are the carvers. Look at ceiling. Oh, beauty. The ceiling is so nicely decorated. Mind, this is a stone. In a stone they have carved it. They made it beauty from the stone. It's really hard. And look at the geometry, symmetry and the skill. Not even single mistake. Not even single out of the proportion or not even single distorted. Great were the people. Now this ceiling I told you, beautiful designs. Lot of different designs are there. But the design which I liked is the ceiling, which has got a suspended central part, and on that they have carved a dancing Nataraja in a central place, and peripheral places they have got Ashtadikpalas, that is a guardian for 8 directions. Again, we have shown you each and every pillar, each and every corner, and each and every segment of the temple, so that you can appreciate it. What greatly, how nicely, look at this, how nicely they are carved. There are a lot of scenes from the Puranas. You can see Lord Ganapati also, Saptamatrukas, the guardians are Gajanana, Sri Ganesha and Shiva with 7 goddesses. You will find here a lot of different sculptures, and the beauty of the sculptures I have separately narrated. There is a video, links are given below. You must visit it if you want to really appreciate this temple. It is not possible to cover it in one video. Especially the shining, the polish they have made over the granite. Black granite will have polish. Look at this, even dark it is sparkling. Though there is an indirect light on it, it is sparkling. Not that necessarily it should have a direct light on it. Now we are coming to Sanctum Sanctorum. Lord Shiva will be there. Idol is Shiva. Since the temple is called Rudreshwar, look at this. This is Shivalingam, a beautifully carved. You can offer your worships, rituals. The priest will help you. It's a active temple where you can offer your worships. Certain festival day, it is really crowded. How the ventilation is managed through the stone grill. Now side by side you are seeing is the second Shiva temple, but that is not as richly decorated as this, but it is a neighboring one. It is neighboring, and they take it as the pilot project, and they of course they carved it less. There are less decorations, but this temple is made before that, and taking ideas from this, the second temple was constructed. And with that, we are coming to end of this lecture. I'm thankful for giving me your valuable time. If you like the video, give us a like. If you want your more friends to see it, then share it. And if you want to see many temples, many videos, then visit our website. You will get all details. Thank you, goodbye, and take care. I'm very sure we're going to meet in next video. Till then, bye.